Good morning.
Hey, I was trying to hit the microphone and my knuckle hit hit the side and cut it off.
Does that make you, does that make you say what, Mom?
I like the boats
I
behind
know,
you.
it looks nice.
Looks nice.
Thanks. Now, if we get through, I'll just step onto one and take a cruise.
Okay.
Now you can step back over.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've used that picture before. It's been a while.
I know, it looks nice. I
Yeah.
like it. Is that from St. Mary's or someplace like that?
Yeah, I believe that is St. Mary's.
Hey, did you see where Kingston got slammed with some bad weather?
Well, that's St. Mary's, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked to some of our friends that night. We called to make sure they were okay. They called back. They have a place. If you remember where Weed Street is, down near where the old water treatment plant is.
Yeah.
So they weren't too far from Meeting in North, which is right there. Meeting in North is right where the administration city hall is.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, somebody sent us a picture of it going across the by Kings Bay. It's
Right.
pretty big.
That's what we saw on TV as Kings Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, Rick used to be stationed there.
Yeah. It's right across the water from St. Mary's.
Yeah.
So while I have you on the phone, I have a question. Lori's on me to decide what groceries we need so that we can take care of our guests when they're here. So what is it that you and your wife and your child would like or expected? What were your plans, and what should I have on hand?
What is Lori like?
She likes to please other people, and she wants me to do the same thing.
Okay, well, she can do that. Well, what is she like? I'm just asking.
Oh, well, she's the kind of person that likes seafood and steaks, and she's a meat girl.
Um, the fish we do. Steak's not so much anymore. Occasionally, I love steak, but you can't seem to eat that much of it.
So Eaton's Beach would definitely be on the agenda.
Eaton's Beach,
Yeah,
the place we went where the
it's on the lake, with a beach on the lake, and it's got a sort of a place where you can sit and eat seafood and uh, or just about anything, but mostly they have food there.
that's not the place we went with everybody last year.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the
That,
children.
that was nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. And they have a little music in the background.
Yes, a little music. Hi,
Hey,
Brenda.
Hi.
good
I
morning.
want your attention.
Yes, she does.
I know it's a little dark. You're a little dark, Brenda.
I know. I haven't opened all my curtains yet.
Probably it's early there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good to see you, though. I can see you.
Gee,
Ah,
She does not stop. She is like, "Love me, Mama, love me." Love
that's
me.
right. She wants my attention.
Aw.
does she have an Instagram page?
What?
Does she have an Instagram page?
No, she doesn't.
I was watching one yesterday where um, the cat it was a cat and it was getting the person's face to turn around and then it just took its nose and went nose to nose with its owner. Rubbing its nose. But it was hilarious. She took you can't see my hand when I do it, but took its paw and just pulled it sideways
Right.
and put its nose to nose.
Aw.
Well, Minnie is one sweet girl. She is so careful and gentle to touch me and wants my attention.
I saw her little tongue. I can't see
Yep.
her because it's so dark, but I saw her little pink
Oh,
tongue.
I'm sorry. I just haven't opened my curtains yet.
No, you don't have to do
I wish my critters would be gentle.
that. Do they swat you?
Well, they found that if they can't get my attention any other way, that Arya can get up on top of the wall that's 8 feet up and
Oh,
jump from there onto me laying on the bed.
Oh my
That,
goodness.
that'll wake me up.
Yeah.
that'll
that
wake you
would.
up.
So yeah,
That'll wake you up.
I don't consider that gentle.
No,
Is it hot in Florida?
Yes.
hot and humid.
You're on the lanai, but so it's a nice morning.
It's more humid on the lanai than it is out in the front yard. I don't know why. Maybe because of all the trees around, but it's actually cooler this morning because we had some big storms yesterday rolling through. I guess that was the back end of the hurricane bands or something else, but horrific storms, and it cooled everything off. So when I went out for my bike ride this morning, it was actually quite nice for a change. Every other morning I've gone out, and by the time I get here, I'm just like those commercials on the TV of people sweating profusely. That was me.
Tell Tom about the cat they found.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I'm right on this, but they found a cat in the rubble, and I don't know if you in the rubble at Surfside in Florida.
Yeah, it's not my cat.
No, it's
Not
not
my
yours.
cat.
No, it's not yours. But there was a woman who wanted to go in the building that had not collapsed yet. She said, "Please, I want to go in and
Yep.
go get my cat." And they said no because it was too
Right.
unsafe. And they pulled a cat out yesterday alive, and they alluded to that was her cat.
Wow,
I know, really, wow.
that would be a nice ending for that story because we were.
I know. I'm trying to confirm if it's her cat. So, but I was like, oh my God, if that's her cat, then that's
And we certainly understood the decision not to let anybody go get the cat,
right.
but
Right. But for the cat to survive that,
yeah,
And she
maybe the
wanted
cat was
and
smart
she
enough to
wanted
leave.
she wanted to go in even though it was dangerous. I mean, she wanted to go get her cat
Right.
because they got her dog. It's not
They
her
did
cat.
get her dog, yeah.
Yeah.
But she took the dog with her, right?
Yeah. When
They
she
would-
got out, they were able to take the dog but couldn't get the cat.
Mm.
Might be that the cat was freaked out and they couldn't.
Right.
Cat.
Well, it's kind of scary about the buildings. Have you been reading about all the buildings? I mean, they're all around 40 some years old.
Yeah.
And I've been reading some of the stories and seeing some of the the videos of the basements or the garage. And they really, I mean, one lady said she was not going to purchase because of she showed a video of all the stuff that appeared to be wrong. I mean,
They
Well,
evacuated one of the buildings already.
Yeah.
yeah.
it's a good lesson in how you.
Somebody's waiting in the lobby, Tom.
I didn't see that. I'm sorry.
Is Rick in the lobby?
Hold on.
Maybe
I don't
I'm
see that.
okay. All right, good. Just checking. Sorry to interrupt.
You see it again? Let me know. I don't see it.
Okay,
Hold on. Let me.
I'm gonna text him.
Okay. No, I don't see him waiting. I just clicked on participants. But anyway, it's a good lesson on particularly why you need to keep your roofs intact, because everything I read, Brenda, particularly on the first tower, there were plenty of telltale signs that water was impeding under the roof, and water and concrete just do not mix over time, so.
Well, and for 2 years, they had been pumping water out of the basement area.
I didn't read that part, but yeah, that's.
And I mean, I don't know how they were pumping it out, but water would settle in and they would have to get it out. And I'm just going, 2 years of that? You can't do that.
Well, it started a lot longer ago than 2 years. But,
Oh, I know, but yeah.
Our initial thoughts were, of course, it was a sinkhole. But, after reading all of the problems they were having with the intrusion of water under the roof and into the foundation, might be a combination of the two. But when looking at those videos, I mean, they couldn't set charges and obviously demolition it any more efficiently than they did the other one when it went down. Anyway, I didn't mean to get off that, but yeah, it's pretty sad. Hopefully, it's a lesson for everybody.
Yes, and it's sad for all these people who owned the condo and all the other buildings that are having issues too.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly the engineers and the inspectors are really going to be paying closer attention to what's happening to these buildings.
Tom, can you invite Rick from here? You can invite him from here.
I can invite him.
He's waiting. He said he doesn't know. I'm going to move Mom
Waiting.
inside.
Where is he waiting?
And he said he wants to get in, but he doesn't have the link.
I sent it to him. It's in his message. Just click on
It's on his calendar.
either calendar or the message I sent this morning. There's a link in that message, wasn't there?
I'm going to move Mom inside, so bear with us.
Okay.
Is it too hot, Mom?
Yes, it is. So humid.
Are you going out to breakfast?
Yeah, we went to breakfast.
Oh, you already went.
Yeah, she
Where'd
wanted
you
to go
go?
before the call.
Where'd you go?
Daryl's. It's a place over in a plaza close to us.
Did you get something good?
Tell her what you got for breakfast.
Egg and bacon and hash browns because the grits were running.
Yep.
And toast.
Nice.
Big,
They
exciting
can't find a
breakfast.
cook.
Yeah, so they're probably. They have been having a problem since the pandemic finding cooks, and they got plenty of waitresses, but they he says, right, wasn't privy to that, so I'm not sure. Oh, I must have sent a message accidentally with my thumb while I was walking with this book.
But no, I sent him a text that said, use the link in the note above from this morning. Was there not a link in your message?
Not in mine.
There
I
wasn't?
didn't have one in
No.
mind.
Okay, sorry about that. We'll try it again.
Yeah,
Tell him I'll send him a link in an email.
okay. Just,
I'm gonna have my porch cleaned today, my lanai or other.
What do you mean cleaned?
I'm gonna have to take the rug up. It's in bad shape, and
It's just
Betsy got a
wet.
friend of hers to come over and do some work for me.
Like power wash it or?
No.
Just wash it down,
Oh.
take a broom or kind of mop or something I think a broom, just to scrub it down with a broom would be enough. And, then we can get it dry and then move her stuff back on. It's been so,
Tell Rick it's in his Gmail account.
okay. Hey Google, turn on lamp 2.
Okay, turning the lamp 2 on. 2 isn't available right now.
It's not available at my place.
What did it say?
It's not available at his place. His Google heard him, heard me.
Yeah.
I don't have my Google trained to my voice. It'll just answer to anybody.
Anybody? Well, what kind of loose Google is that?
Well, every time I this one, usually the other one goes off. And the other morning, some music came on it, and then somebody started talking.
There you go.
Hey, good. Yay! We made it. He's coming. Takes a minute to link in. He's out in the country.
His camera's off and his microphone's off.
He's getting there.
There he goes.
Hey, Rick.
Hey, Rick,
Good morning.
Good morning.
I thought there was a link in that phone thread this morning. I'm sorry.
Yeah, are you in St. Mary's right now?
I came down to help with the tornado relief.
Man, wish I was there.
You heard where they got hit in Kings Bay. I thought
I
of you.
did. No, I have not.
Yeah, they got some pretty bad weather there.
Rick, in all the shots you've shown us before, that's the first place I've seen the paint coming off the
Yeah.
ceiling.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah, it's everywhere.
In every room.
Wow.
Huh.
So just peeling like that on its own?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's been a long time since I had a paint job.
Well, yeah.
So artistically, this is immediately what came to mind, guys. I always think of things how they could be art, collected as art. You could go around the house and take various close-ups of like the ceiling, the wall, the doors, the floor, and put a collage of pictures together and have a memory of that house.
Sure.
Or the decay of the
Well,
house.
Well, we watch a lot of rehab, what do you call it? We've been watching a lot of vacation rentals,
Yeah.
something or other. I can't remember what the show's called. They're in Canada or somewhere. Anyway, the point is, one of the things they did was took a picture of not a picture, they took the wallpaper and cut a decent section out, a little square, and they framed it
Mm-hmm.
and put it on the wall and did that one of those, kind of like what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
what's amazing, if you want, occasionally take your phone and just set it down on a table or any place and someplace close and take a picture of what it sees. And sometimes it's an amazingly, somebody would get paid for artwork for it,
I know.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I've been looking at a lot of artwork and that's what I see too. And I go, darn, man, I could be thinking of that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or going
What
to
I
the
had to
art
contend,
day.
what I had to contend with this morning was I was like, is there's a doe out there at the
deer,
uh,
a doe, a deer, a female deer.
yeah, a female deer. No, a deer, a female deer. And she was parked outside our porch. She has been for quite some time. and I think she's pregnant.
Oh,
That's why she's been hanging out
And she feels safe around you?
there. Well, it's in the fenced-in lot, yeah. But no, as soon as we get here, she kind of gets up and leaves. But for the most part, she has been parked out underneath the big boxwoods that's been there for, I don't know, 100 years.
she feels safe.
Yeah.
Why don't you put a trail cam up?
We got some. I got to get the card back in it and some batteries, but we caught 2 bobcats.
Wow.
Walking
Lucky those
time.
are-
2 bobcats, lots of groundhog and raccoons.
That's outside the house or inside?
Well, they used to come in the house.
Right, you said that.
There was a tree that was there, and we cut the tree, and they can't get in the house anymore. They demolished his house because of that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we had day before yesterday, we had bees, honeybees, and they were swarming, and I mean swarming the whole end of the house, and all up in the windows coming. They were inside this living room, and so I called the renter guy that rents from us, and I said, "Hey, why don't you come down here and see if you can catch these? Because that's what he does. He's a beekeeper on the, for fun."
Right.
And he came down to try to capture them, but he didn't get any.
Wonder why they were so mad.
He said they're swarm and move. It's one of those things. They just break off and move to a different cluster. And I mean, they were like thick, real thick.
So I saw a documentary on this not so long ago, Rick. And what they said is there's two reconnaissance bees or 3 reconnaissance bees that go out and find locations that might be possible for nesting. And then they go back and they share that information, believe it or not, with the rest of the hive. And the hive then moves to that location in a huge map and check it out. And if it ends up not suiting everybody's favor, but I don't know how they communicate that.
They took a vote.
Right.
Then they move on. But if they like that place, then they start to build their hive there.
Did you know that?
Depends on what the buzz is.
Yeah. Well, did you know the buzz is that when they go back to the hive to communicate, that they will walk in a direction, shaking their tail and fluttering their little wings in a certain direction, and to how far they walk or do that thing tells the other bees where to go.
Right. That's right. You saw the same show I did.
Yeah, it was on Planet Earth.
It's a little dance they do with their
Yeah.
It's telling them longitude and latitude exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, and
certainly more in depth than I learned in my 2nd grade class.
And 14 days was the average worker bee, and 5 years as a queen.
Really?
I didn't know. I don't remember hearing that.
I thought the queen was born a queen and that was that.
Yeah, he said they could last up to 5 years.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember. How does a queen get dethroned?
Good question. I don't know. Does she just die off?
She does.
And I forgot to ask him, do they, in other words, if she does, who changes to become a queen?
Right. Who's in rank?
Yeah.
Who's heir to the throne?
That's right. Well, let me give you a little, let's see if I can do this here. It's not changing. Sorry, took a minute to understand how Teams works.
Wow, look at that. Look how clean the place is.
This is where that 8-foot bed, her grandma's bed was.
Yeah.
Wow.
You sure you want to demo this place?
I know, right?
I have to. I'll shoot, and you'll see why. This is the shift in the
Foundation.
structure there. It's sunk a little bit here. So that's the wallpaper. She's going to cut a little piece out. Not this particular one. We got a roll of it. She's going to cut out and frame. This is the kitchen. Now I moved this used to be kind of like over here, but I moved it to try to make sure everything's cleaned up. And I don't know if you can tell, but the floor takes off at a dive.
I see it.
Well,
Plants.
that's because the floor dropped.
Oh, wow.
All the support dropped.
So you're living in Surfside.
Yes. Same way within here. This is the front room to that kitchen. And if you notice, there was another backside to the fireplace. They
Yeah.
must have redid this probably in the 60s, 70s, probably 70s. But the floor is dropped here.
Thinking, look at that.
And this helps show you some. This is
Oh, wow.
I mean, I've stuck that piece of wood there, but there's rotten logs in this place, and I'll show you as we go. But what I think is interesting is Cindy remembers a hook where you put a pot on.
Uh-huh.
So that was before this because they put a stove in it.
Got it.
But this is the original 1800s rock
Right.
Wow.
of the fireplace, the original 1800s, because we figured out when he purchased it, it was a log cabin, and he built onto it.
Okay, okay.
So most of this, and this is what we have to go through. These are jars, mason jars, dated back to late 18, early 1900s mason jars. Even though they have food, what we're going to try to do is clean it out because they actually sell for a good amount of money
Yeah.
because they're hard to come by, and it's mostly the type of lids they are.
Yeah.
Rick, does the
Canned.
UNC campus there have a food school?
Food.
Yeah.
I got you a new washer, Mom.
There you go.
So anyway,
Rick, hey,
yes,
Rick,
ma'am.
call the salvage house in Roanoke.
Oh, Black Dog?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't do it.
they don't.
No, they just get stuff. They don't salvage anything. I looked into that, Mom. Thanks for saying that. I thought they would too.
Yeah,
But
Is that a microwave on the counter back there?
that is a heater, ceramic heater. We actually used that when it was chilly out. Plugged it up.
Stop, guys.
Sorry, it's a what?
A heater.
Snuffles is
What?
microwave.
Yeah. And so all this is
It's
furniture that's got to go away. This is
Rick, I'm
actually,
sorry. What is that again?
this.
Yeah.
That's a heater.
Oh, a heater. Okay. Okay.
That's an infrared heater,
Okay.
or whatever you call those ceramic things.
Yeah.
So this up here, I don't know how to
can't
access that
believe-
video.
Rick, you have done a great job. You guys have done a great job cleaning that house out. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The
There used
whole
to be a couch here with a bunch of insulation built through because this is where the raccoons would play, I guess. And these are the early 1900s beams.
Yeah.
Some of them are, like chopped.
You
with-
can't put
with an
nail.
axe.
Hewn.
Yeah. And you can't see it. I wish you could see it better. But right there,
Yeah.
they didn't nail these studs. They put holes in the top plate and made little pegs on the end of these studs and slid them up into the holes.
Oh, wow.
They're
Cool.
not nailed in.
So a variation of post and beam.
That's correct. So in here is
Wow.
what's left of this.
Rick, you didn't finish painting?
I know. I love these fireplaces.
I know.
Right?
I think these are slate on the hearth.
So Rick, as far as the foundation failing, is it just too much weight to get up under there and push it back up? Or,
I would say anything's possible if you had money.
Right.
So we've got every room cleaned out now. And today I'm picking up my tools and I'm leaving to go to the rental house, basically.
Get back on that one.
Yeah, see these locks. And I mean, I still gotta be out here to do dumpster work because I got dumpsters to fill up on the property. I got a lot of cleanup around the property due in another rental house, or a little house is what we call it. I have to
I need to
clean
look.
it out.
But Rick, I know you're saying it's a lot of money, but are the walls intact?
No, well, see, here's the thing, and you can't see this. Bear with me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a light. Can you
We
see
can-
it better?
Yeah, we can
And-
see.
You know, you could probably sell this place on online. You know, just giving them a tour like this, so
Right.
you can see all the deficiencies.
Yeah,
I
right.
love the floor.
Yeah, that's oak, right?
I don't know. I'm guessing. It looks like it's oak. It's got a tight grain to it. And then other floors are, like a 2x6.
Right.
That's the floor planks. They're 2x. Not. So in other words, there's the old logs right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So,
the
That's
log.
the original
Part of it
logs.
was original log house.
Look how smooth that was.
I know.
Unfortunately, what has happened is it's probably hard to see, but the reason the plywood is there is because the floor has fallen.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, wow, look how deep.
look
it's
at the,
gone.
yeah.
So the logs have gotten eaten up.
Rick
Like
can't get
termites?
out of there.
I know, right? It looks like that somebody didn't cover those logs with creosote like we had up on Big Mountain. And both-
Well, back in the day, I don't guess they had that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
this is the
Oh.
logs,
Oh, my goodness.
okay?
Yeah.
So this is the structure of the building here.
And you're still in there?
Yeah.
Nick, please.
See how all this is?
Well,
Yeah.
you see the trails on the ones that look intact.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. So and the floor has fallen. But anyway, this is it's really dropped here. So one of the logs has fallen for the support.
Mm.
Is that the worst?
This is the front room. There used to be a door here. We have pictures where there was a door here and they
Yeah.
redid this. But you can see how the beams and the slats are for the stuck plaster.
Right.
But that's where we are. And
You've
this
done
is-
an
this is how
amazing
some
job.
of this-
You need
This
to
is-
take some of the video from back in April when we first did this and compare it to what you're doing today.
Oh, yeah. So this is a log
Yeah.
right here. So the log cabin was just this one little area,
Right.
and it came with 49 acres, I think. And he paid, so for this log cabin and 49 acres, I think he paid $900.
Who's he?
Fletcher, the original descendant that bought this place,
Oh, right.
and
So this would have been Cindy's great great grandfather, or
great grandfather, I think.
Great grandfather.
So this here, I don't even know if I can say, I can't even see what I'm doing. But right here was the old log cabin, one floor. So when he
Yeah.
bought it for $900,
Wow.
he added all this stuff that you saw on.
So he built around it.
Yep, he just built right on top of it, which is just, makes sense to me. Probably lived in it,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
so what?
This is what he built.
What was his occupation?
He made money somehow.
You think?
Yeah, he had a dairy bar, or dairy bar. He had, oh, there it is. Never mind. He had the dairy farm, and somehow or another he used to buy and sell land, because he used to buy and sell land in Rutherford. It's not even close to this place.
Well, that makes you money. Buy it cheap and sell it for more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he,
That's
obviously-
awfully easy to say.
I know.
But back
Really?
in the day, her family had money, you know, because you just don't come across this back in the day.
Right. That's a lot of property.
So
value.
he made a cottage industry of getting to all these northern people that move south, getting them to buy land from him, and then you go find pieces that people needed to sell cheap and turn around and do it again.
I have no idea what his method was. We just know we found receipts and deeds, or
Yeah.
stuff where he bought and sold.
Wow.
He had to have a method, though. I mean, there must have been some sort of process that he figured out.
Could be
Oh yeah,
desperate for people desperate to sell. Remember Catherine Middlecoff wanted to sell her property because she needed the money and she didn't have anything to do, couldn't do anything with it, so we bought it from her.
right. You still have that?
No, we sold it last year.
Oh yeah.
Somebody came to us and made us an offer that we didn't want to refuse.
Well, good for you. Because you said it wouldn't perk, right?
Yeah, we told them it wouldn't perk.
And
It-
is
you
they
can
using it for hunting?
You can, but you can also, we found out when we found out it couldn't perk, that you can still put in a system. You just have to pay to put in a system that will allow you to build there. It's a little
I'll be
costly.
back in a minute.
I think he bought 3 of the lots together, Rick.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of that area, I'm not very savvy to the Facebook thing, but I'm on it, and I was perusing Roanoke Memories,
Uh-huh.
and somebody was selling a Toots Drive-In T-shirt.
Oh my God, I remember that. Somebody was selling a Toots Drive-In t-shirt.
Oh, now, we used to go there all the time.
Yeah, all these people were commenting about how they used to go there. Uh,
Banana
I
splits.
guess a sister and a brother were short order cooks there
Wow,
and stuff like that. It was pretty neat.
that is pretty neat. Wow. Huh.
So I really wish I knew how old this was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cedar tree.
Wow.
Wow.
Cedar tree.
Wow.
Well, how long's the property been in the family?
Since the 1800s,
And how
late
long?
1800s.
How long have you been there?
I've been here 30 years.
And it's been there the whole time, right?
Oh yeah,
So
it
you
was
can.
here. It was here. We asked about that cedar tree from to Betty, and she said, "Oh, as long as I can remember, it's been there."
There
You
you
know,
go.
it,
She didn't plant it, so that means it was there long before she.
Yes.
I have some pictures from our visit when the girls were like 5 and 7,
Right.
and looks totally different. Of course, your man cave wasn't there then,
Uh,
but
Oh.
yeah, we were on the carport. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we have Bailey then? I don't know if we
No,
had Bailey.
you had a frog.
Yeah, oh yeah, Francis the Frog.
Francis the Frog. That's right.
But
But
this here is all this lattice work is on in all her pictures of this place.
Really?
Her grandma, this was here.
Wow.
So it's been over 60 years that this porch has been like this.
Wow. Huh.
So, because there's pictures way before Cindy was even born, where Fletcher and all they were just standing in front of it. And these boxwoods weren't like there. They were just probably really small.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's the tour.
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you. That was a good
amazing
tour.
job, Rick.
How is Betty, by the way?
She has her good times. It's like when I went to see her for the first time in a long time, and Cindy said that she did better with me there than she does with her. And I was trying to bring up things to try to bring her memory back, because just talking about day to day life doesn't work because she's not in it. So I was like trying to jog her memory about stuff to
Mhm.
let her reflect on it.
I used to do that with Thea's mom. I'd say, tell me about somebody, part of the family or parts
Yep.
of the city. And she would just start talking.
Oh yeah.
I know,
Yeah, I
you
was
know,
trying to.
if you didn't do that, they focused on the bad stuff that was, you know, that they perceived was bad right then, you know, that to complain about the nurses and stuff like that. But,
Right. And so I brought up, I said, well, okay, where'd you sleep at? You know, of all the three girls, where'd you sleep at? And she said in the center bedroom. And then what was it we was talking about? What did y'all do? You know, did your mom play organ and stuff? She goes, oh yeah, we'd all get around and sing and stuff. So that pump organ that we got, which we think her grandma's mom played, and you know, it was just a lot of cool stuff. You know, she's
Oh,
memories, what she could remember. Then she, you know, as she
use a
was,
video camera the next time you do this.
well, what's funny is some of these questions might be 20 minutes in answers
Right.
because, well, no, it's like she'll look at you and her eyes are closed, and then about 5-10 minutes later she'll open her eyes and answer.
Well, you can edit other stuff out, you know.
So
But yeah, next time you do it, you should set up a tripod or set the phone somewhere where you can focus on her.
yeah, I'd have to set a phone. I don't think I'd want to bring notice to her because I've noticed with her and other people, they tend to stove up a little bit when they feel like, you know,
Yeah.
what?
There's a way to do it. You don't have to say I'm taking a video. You just turn it on and set it up against something.
Right.
So
Well, all I have is a camera phone anyway, so it doesn't matter.
well, it works.
I did away with my camera. My
Well,
video.
your phone works great.
Yeah, I know. I'll do that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I wish I could go more. I can't because it's policy. You're only allowed to go certain times. So to get answers to some questions, we've taken photos down there and asked her about them. Some she'd answer, some she doesn't know.
Yeah. So, did you get your fill of fireworks for the weekend?
Oh my gosh, that was the best fireworks ever.
That's awesome. That's a great picture that you caught.
That
You
the
know,
Hill one or which one? You went to 2 or 3, didn't you?
two. Went to Black Mountain, and when we went up there, we went to eat at little My Father's Pizza, which is a great pizza place. And then we just kind of walked over to the fireworks area. And I love Black Mountain. It's just a little quaint town. There's nothing really there. And but then the next night we went to Hendersonville, and Hendersonville, you know, is bigger, has more money,
Right.
more retirement people, but I guess they didn't do fireworks last year or whatever the deal was.
Pandemic.
And yeah, and so these fireworks were what you saw was just what you saw, it was just constant. I mean, there was no space.
Wow.
The whole time for 20-30 minutes was constant.
Wow.
No space in between. They just constantly had them set up, and at the very end, that's when it really went up.
Wow.
So I've never seen that. I thought that was cool.
So next July, I'm coming to Hendersonville with you.
There you go.
Of course, they depleted their
Their 2-year
fireworks allowance.
stash.
Right.
Yeah, right.
But I come if she comes.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Brenda, did you get to see any?
Yeah. Yeah. I went with Justin, Amy, and the kids, and we went to the place called the Ranch. It's Colorado State University area. They have a big field. And it was great. Although I should have stayed in my hometown, Wellington, because they had a great display as well.
Yeah, but your kids wouldn't been there.
No, they would have come here. So
Oh, got you.
Being closer.
yeah,
Did Justin get his written offer?
he did.
Is he going to accept?
He did.
Good deal.
Good.
Tell him we said congratulations.
I will.
Congratulations.
What's he doing?
Director of Parks and Rec.
Cool. I thought that's what he did
For
already.
Pawnee.
I'm sorry, what?
I was saying for Pawnee. Isn't that the name of the town in Parks and Rec?
Oh, Parks. You talking about the TV show?
Yeah.
Oh,
And so when's he start, Brenda?
The first Monday in August, so the 2nd.
So he's got 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
what does he do now? I thought he was a director.
He is, but it's a step up. It's in his career path. So
It's always a bigger city, right?
yeah, larger city.
Oh, it's a larger city. Oh, it's not the same place.
More
Right.
money.
Does he have a long way to drive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he does. May move at some point, but the market is not. It's not a good time to buy, or it's a good time to sell, but it's hard to purchase.
Right. So, would it be further away from you?
Yes.
Well, bless your heart.
Oh, no. That's
It's
what
all,
happened.
it's all okay. It's all good.
Hey,
Well, right now, all of it's falling on Justin. He's not moving right now, right?
Correct.
how far is this commute?
An hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gotta suck.
Well, you've done that, Rick.
Yeah, I have. Yes, I have. That really puts a dent in your day.
Mm-hmm.
But Brenda, have they talked about letting him do 4 days and put him up in an efficiency apartment or something?
I haven't asked him those things. He doesn't have all the particulars yet, so HR still has to send him everything. But I don't think so. I mean, they just want to make sure he comes to work.
I mean, certainly they have a Pioneer house over there somewhere you can bunk in.
Or he could do like I did in DC, is just rent a room someplace for 3 or 4.
Well, you're talking a young family,
Yeah,
so Amy really needs Justin
right.
there with 2 little kids, and Grayson starts kindergarten, and so.
But the reality is he's not going to be there if he's driving 2 hours a day, whether he moves or not.
Correct.
Here's what I did. It cost me $400 a month in gas. Okay, I was driving an hour and a half one way. Cost me $400 a month in gas, and what I determined was, if I bought me a cheap car and compensated with a cheap apartment, what I did is in the times that I had to stay close, I stayed in the apartment. The other times I drive home. And it helped out a lot. And because I was paying $400 a month in gas, I just turned that money into an apartment.
And the other way to look at that is if he's driving an hour a day each way, that's 8 hours. On 4 days, if they just let him work 4 days, that'd get the extra 8 hours and he'd be home Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh,
Well,
Another way to look at it.
It's great for you guys to, but
know,
I'm not going to tell Justin any of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and it's a brand new building, a brand new position. It's not something he's going to address at this point.
He's probably going to go in and just do whatever they ask him to do until he gets situated.
Right.
Well,
And
that's-
I mean, it's, they know that he's driving, they know where he lives. So it's, it is what it is at the moment.
well, we're not saying all this to tell him what to do. We're just talking.
Oh, I know.
We're just
And-
talking.
It's things to
Yeah.
think about.
The
Yeah.
Arnette just fixers, don't you know that?
Right.
Well,
Right.
yeah. But see, that's the thing. The other option is if he's in Parks and Rec, maybe he does have one of those little log cabins somewhere that's he can just kind of dominate.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, it's
Yeah.
good to see all of you now. We was only looking at your eyes.
Okay. I don't know what changed, Mom, but I didn't change. I've been sitting in the same place.
Yeah.
Such pretty eyes.
All the devices pick up the pictures in different ways. I don't know what changed, but now we see all of you, and that's great.
Well, good to hear. Glad you can
So-
see all of me.
You're
Thanks.
making a statement.
So I just want to say something real quick. So Justin, and this just stays with all of us right here because of some family stuff that's going on. But Justin's had a couple seizures, so he is not driving himself. He lost his license, so I'm actually driving him until he gets his license back, and then I will be riding with him to make sure he doesn't have a seizure while driving.
You're such a good mom.
So, you know, because they need it, you know, and I chose to just put off not getting a job so I can help them with what they need.
So that means you're driving an hour and a half?
It's an hour.
Right now, I'm driving 3 hours a day, just his current job. And when he gets his new job, it'll be 4 hours a day.
4 hours, right.
Right, because you're a half hour away.
And you know, he has a Jeep and it takes the gas. I'm just surprised it doesn't get better gas mileage because it's a 4-cylinder, but it just eats the gas. I don't understand. But
What year is it?
Well, you can find some of those cheap electric cars.
Ah,
yeah.
You had to go there, didn't you?
Yeah.
you knew that was coming.
So
Well, I
what
did ask Justin recently. I said, "Have you ever thought about the electric car?" And he said, "Not until it can go further."
But all he
And,
has to go is one way, and then he can charge up while he's there. In fact,
he said no.
does he
well,
have
the thing, in fact, that is, if as long as it gets the distance from where you're going, the one way,
Right.
there's an opportunity, and it makes it cheaper.
True.
And so you charge up during the day and come back.
So Tom, you know it's going to take a long time for us Americans to do a paradigm shift from gasoline to electric, right?
No, it's not. You're
Well,
almost there.
California really has. I mean, because the college I left, they had already installed all the electric parking spaces and everything, and I mean, it was all over California, in Southern California.
being such,
Information here in the
Betsy,
villages too.
Betsy, you should put one in your place.
I have a car that's paid for.
No, not your car. I'm talking about your rental property. That will boost the rental.
Put a charger. Well, they got a plug in the garage.
There you go. Here's the thing. That
Well,
was one of
doesn't
the
it
things
have
on
to be a different charger? I mean, a different outlet?
No. You can charge depending. You can charge at 110, it just charges really slow, or you can charge at 220, which is a bit better than twice.
Oh,
Or you can get like
An
a
adapter.
wall battery that will charge even faster.
See, the vacation rental property show we watched, that was one of the pluses for people to have a charging system at their vacation rentals.
I missed that episode.
Yeah. So that's one of the things we're going to think about when we get to that point.
Huh.
Wow, I'm impressed.
So, anyway, does he have a Jeep like this, so to speak?
No, it's a
That's a gorgeous Jeep, by the way.
it's a Jeep Patriot. It's a Jeep Patriot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's the deal.
And so I had a Jeep Liberty, and I got better gas mileages of 6-cylinder than he gets at a 4-cylinder.
Right.
Right.
Now his Patriot's a little bit bigger than your Liberty was.
And
I don't know. I don't think so.
and the motor is undersized for the system. That's why you were getting better. The 6-cylinder gets better than a 4 because the 4 is really struggling to push it.
Oh,
Oh, there you
I
go.
was just shocked because I go and I leave my car at his house. We take his Jeep, but I drive back to my house during the day, and I mean, we are filling up quite a bit, and I can only imagine what we're going to do when we start going to Denver.
Well,
Right.
what I would do is, I don't know, that's tough because he has a growing family, blah, blah, blah. Research a Toyota car or find something cheap,
Oh,
which
and
is
that's
probably
and that's
like
what he
super hard to find now.
and that's what he like. They have a Toyota Sequoia.
That's a big SUV.
Yeah, but he's always had Toyotas
Yeah.
until the Jeep.
But the Camry, stuff like that. I can't think of what the other one was. There's Camrys and something else. They will probably get around 26 to 30.
Well, Corolla is going to be the most efficient.
Corolla. Yes, that's the base model of.
I can't get in and out of a Corolla.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey, have you
I
seen
don't want
Alex's?
one that sits close to the ground.
Have you seen Alex's car? I'll show you that one. It's for sale right
I, I couldn't sit on top of it.
now. When you
What
get
is
in
it?
Alex's car, you just kind of fall on the ground and roll in.
What is
Well,
it?
what
She
did
has
she
the
get though? She got a new. Oh, she has the
Pilot.
Pilot.
Yeah, she's got a big Pilot now.
Oh, okay.
That's
But
nice.
her car was a 2002 Toyota Celica.
Wow.
Silica. Oh,
Yeah. And it's funny when she was working at the ball field and this, that, and the other, being a coach, her kids would all go, "Oh, wow, you got a Lamborghini."
Celica's a sporty Toyota.
Yeah. So it was
They
pretty
thought you had
cute.
a Lamborghini. Guys, we have to go. Mom's got somebody coming over to help her today to clean up the porch. So we love you.
Well, we'd
Love you
help if we
guys.
were there.
Are you coming for my birthday?
I have checked on flights and I'm struggling with trying to figure out how to understand cost. I don't know how that works.
Brother, you come?
She can't come, remember?
Oh.
She's got to drive Justin.
Oh, that's
To work.
right. Okay.
Well, I'm looking at the last weekend in July. Justin's off part of that week, but I'm just not sure I can work it out
Yeah.
the days.
Well, I understand.
All right. So just to keep in mind, figure out the cost of the gas.
I'm
And
not
try
going
to
to do
figure
any
out.
of that. You want to talk to your nephew? Go ahead, but no, that would stress him out. So
It would stress him out.
I mean, we don't need to stress Justin because some added stress triggers seizures for Justin.
Yes. So has he not had any for a while?
He had one. Betsy, was it May?
June.
June.
No, I think
That's right. It was June.
June.
And that's what generated him losing his license, because when the police came, anyway, they got a medical report.
Gotcha.
And so he's lost his license for 3 months. And he laughs about it with his staff. He'll say, "My mom's here. I got to go now."
That is so funny. Well,
so it's just funny. I mean, but it's difficult. So when they suspend your license, he has to take the written test and the driving test again.
Yes.
And
Well,
and it's not. I mean, when he's talked to his insurance company, because he has to get more insurance when he's driving, and so it's just interesting that he's now got to go back and do that the testing again.
right. Well, my heart's out for you. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. I mean, that's a lot.
Well, and I would prefer that you not share with your children at this point.
Yes.
And any other family members, including in my family.
Yes.
I can tell you, I mean, sometime when we're together, I can tell you, but please just keep it to yourself.
Sure. Absolutely.
Absolutely, we will.
We love you,
I
sweetie.
don't know anybody.
I'd hug you right now, but I can't.
Okay.
Tom?
I love you all.
Love you
too.
too.
Tom, be safe and let us know when you drive into town, okay?
We will.
Love you, Mom.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye, guys. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
Love all of you.